Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are all on this journey to love and to get back with our twins and to reunite with our twins in this lifetime. And so I just asked to pull a tarot for today, and it was the Two of Cups. And so I thought, yes, this is so applicable and appropriate. If you look here, there's also the sign of the Kundalini. And so your Kundalini awakening is completely linked to your spiritual awakening, your twin journey, everything. And so I'm going to share, yesterday I shared a song and it was The One by Codaline. And I said about a lady who'd contacted me because her twin was with someone else, and so she thought it wasn't her real twin. And I had said that the song that came through I sent to her because it had her twin's name in it. And I was like, I know it seems it can be really difficult, but he is your twin, and if you haven't, and you're doing this, if you're buffering in and out with each other, it's because there are still things being brought up to the surface that need to be let go of. And I know that's hard, but the twin is your mirror, and it is hard to self-reflect on yourself and really, have that sort of mirror shining to you, what you need to let go of still. And so I'm going to read the lady's email back because this is going to be, again, it was a big lesson for me. It was also, another lady made a comment this morning on a video saying that, just this awful derogatory message about herself. I'm not even going to say the words because I was just like, okay, this message is all about this. Right, so she says, I am beside myself in tears this morning, not only from your response, but then I watched today's video and I lost it. That song, The One, is our song, my twin and I. After our first date when I was going home on the train, I sent it to him and he said, oh my God, that is perfect, and it's our song. Through the last 3.5 years, I have listened to it whenever I was questioning, so to hear it this morning from you leaves me speechless. I know you know how hard it is to know they are with someone else, but this time it's tearing my heart out because the woman he is with is a public figure in LA and very much in the public eye and always looking perfect. Everything I am not and never will be, especially after being sick. Now, this lady, she was, had to have, I think she had to have chemotherapy last year. So she's really gone through the mill. So she carries on to say, I don't look like I did when I met him. And now that he is with this other woman, it completely brought me back to zero confidence and that place of never being enough. I should add, this lady has had a number of letters and healings from me. And at the time, her twin was actually supposed to be getting married to somebody else. But he has actually left that person. So they have had a brief stint of being with each other again during the summer. And he's gone off again with this other woman. So really, you can imagine. Just all the feels, horrendous. But happening for a reason, right? But happening for a reason because, listen to this. Everything I am not and never will be, especially after being sick. I don't look like I did when I met him. And now that he's with this other woman, it completely brought me back to zero confidence and that place of never being enough. I'm struggling with finding what my mission is. I still can't find a job or a purpose and struggling with why God left me here. I thought it was so that my twin and I could be together and spread light together, but now I have no idea. I'm so lost, Nikki, and I miss him so much. There's so much pain from him never being here for me. I'm running the New York Marathon next weekend and wanted so much for him to be here for me. It's just so sad. Right. Now, the big thing here is that her twin will be with her every single step of that marathon for a start. The signs that she will see over that marathon, or you will see over that marathon, will be completely through the roof. Because your twin spirit wants you to know that they are always, always, always with you by your side. And the reason why that this has happened for her is because she needs to have that confidence in herself and to know that she is absolutely 100% perfect as she is. And it doesn't matter if she doesn't look, her thinking she's projecting to this other woman who's in the public eye seems to be perfect. But of course, everyone, when you really get down to it, that chemical reaction which happens between two people, the person could be looking like a total Adonis, but there's just no chemical reaction there. So it's a way to, for him, he's still got lessons to learn as he's reflecting back to you. So the insane thing is that the mirroring between me and this lady is just crazy. And this is why I say, you have to, that's why it's so good to share what happens, because I sent her a response because, as it happens, I've just signed up to do a marathon. I'm doing a marathon in April next year. And so my response to her is, first up, you've written exactly what he is mirroring back to you to let go of. You are perfect in every way. No one can make him feel like you do. It's just a fact. And that is true, right? Your twin spirit, the reason why you feel so insanely crazy with them is because no one, it's the Two of Cups, right? No one else can do that vibrationally. And we are, at the end of the day, just energy. And it's really, it's so easy to forget that we're on an energetic journey when we see this 3D stuff happening. But when it comes down to it, your vibration matches his exactly. And so nobody else will be able to do that. No one will give him that feeling that you give. And it may be that he has to learn that and he's got lessons to learn. But the big thing is that what you need to know is you are built. You chose each other. You chose the circumstances, how you're going to get together. You chose the journey that you're going to take. You chose what you're going to look like. You chose every tiny little detail. None of this is by chance, right? Everything is worked out. And so that's what you have to remember. That's why it's so important to really focus on your heart and really kind of not get, it's so difficult not to, right? Because there is so much 3D reality that we have to deal with. But when you come down to the creation of you and, God's plan, which she referred to it in her email, I don't know what God's plan is. God's plan is for you to reach out and ask for help and ask to be shown the light and ask to be shown which way to go, and keep asking your support team, because it will come. It absolutely will come. Struggling to find your purpose, keep asking, what is my purpose? Guide me to the right people. Show me the way. Right, so now the mirroring. I started my training for a marathon yesterday, so I read this lady's email after I got off the treadmill. My twin is also with someone, and I've said before, he is with somebody that's they're sort of in the adult sex scene together, and so she is very much in the public eye in that particular niche scene. And of course that brings up loads of hang-ups for me, because I mean, she must have a perfect body and all of that sort of stuff. And so it reflects up all of my insecurities as well. Exactly like this woman saying, I can't be good enough because, she looks amazing. And actually that's nonsense. And so you might know it on a conscious, but that's where you need to clear out these subconscious. But if it is reflecting to you consciously, then totally you need to know that you're just amazing the way you are, right? So I said, that's why you're being shown you, and you need to let go of, and that's why I was like, that's why you come to me as well, because we're mirroring for each other. Our situations are very, very similar, So, and I just said that it's a miracle, right? It's a miracle that she came to me for a letter. In the song that I picked that came to me the next day, it was her song for her twin the other song that came up had her twin's name in it. So that's what I mean. When it makes you feel like you're alone, you're so not alone, because your twin will want to get messages to you any which way they can. And so I sent her back. It was funny because I sent her a note. I mean, there's so many things. Her twin is into, addictions as well. So is mine. I mean, there's just so many things. But all of these, it's about realizing that when it really comes down to it, the only thing that matters for you and your twin is trusting in your journey. And I made a comment about jigsaw pieces in the note back to her, and she had sent him a card with a jigsaw piece, and it said, "You complete me." And all of these things, that's her twin spirit working through me to get her the right signs that lets her know that he's there, right? For me to use a jigsaw piece, that's not me. That's me and, him using me as a way to get signs and messages to her. And so it is hard because, of course, you probably would like him to be right by the lines on the marathon day. But that's the point. The point is that once you look out for the signs, they will be absolutely everywhere. Because, basically you're doing it as a team. You're showing each other what you still need to release, what you need to heal. Because, this lady has gone through a really difficult time and been sick and recovered from that, right? And it's about knowing that it doesn't, how you are is insanely beautiful in your divine being, right? And you picked all of these circumstances for a reason. And so it's teaching you that actually you're a divine spark and you're amazing. And your twin flame connection is a gift from God. And so it is to trust and trust and trust in that. And so that's why the Two of Cups today is just more than perfect in every way, to be honest. The last thing, so that's I just want to say thank you, because really sharing that and, of course, wishing everyone so much love and best of luck for all of those unions, because, in my mind, there's no doubt, right? There is no doubt. Okay, so the next one, I talked about it yesterday, about the blackboard and the healing, which I saw them at a blackboard together and they're being pelted with chalk, which is what I was saying about be careful, because there's going to be other energies getting in the way to try and stop you. Right, so I heard back from that lady. She said, "I can't thank you enough for my beautiful healing, and by the sounds of it, very powerful healing. I was actually on Messenger to my twin for the first time in a long time when I received your email." So she must have been on email to him when I was doing her healing, because I write them up straight after. Also, the song on your video, The One by Codaline, is the very song that reminds me of my twin. See what I mean? Just crazy. I think the classroom is symbolic of where we first met. Both of us at 14 years old in biology class. I mean, how amazing. We went out for 6 months and were each other's first loves, and that was 25 years ago. We've always been good friends with a strange pull towards each other. He always seems to show up at important times in my life, but we never had an adult relationship as such. We both met someone when we were 20, and I was with him for 18 years and had my daughter, and my twin is still in his marriage with 2 young kids. I didn't realise we were twin flames until February this year, when I went through a Kundalini awakening. There you go, 2 cups. The night before, the day my twin was coming to my house to do some plastering work for me. Now this, brilliant plastering. It's been very tough for me to keep my faith at times, since there's never been any declaration of any sort ever from my twin, but I can see it in his eyes and feel it in my heart, and so the journey continues. Wow, amazing. Another brilliant sync. The last time that my twin came to my house, he did some plastering. So there you go. We all mirror each other. So keep on going. It's the Two of Cups. It's everything. It's everything, and it is challenging. No doubt about it. But keep on going. You are a divine beauty.